What if a quiet river in the United States was hiding a frozen chapter of Earth's past? What if animals from the Ice Age were trapped, sealed, and perfectly saved for hundreds of thousands of years, right under our feet? That's not a movie plot. It's real. And what divers recently found in Florida has completely shocked scientists. Stop for a moment. What you're about to hear sounds unbelievable, but it's backed by real science. This discovery is the kind of fact that instantly makes you the smartest person in the room. Just be careful, share it wisely, or people might start calling you a science nerd. Either way, this knowledge is too amazing to ignore. To understand why this discovery is so important, we first need to talk about how scientists divide Earth's history. Earth's past is not only measured by years. Scientists also divide time based on what kinds of animals and life existed during different ages. Each major period is shaped by the creatures that ruled the planet at that time. For example, the Jurassic period is famous because giant dinosaurs dominated the land. That's why movies love it so much. The Devonian period is often called the Age of Fish because that's when fish began to thrive and spread across Earth's waters. We are currently living in a time called the Quaternary period. It started about 2.6 million years ago and continues today. This is the age of humans and modern animals. So if someone ever asks you what time it is, you could technically say it's the Quaternary period, and you'd be correct. But not all periods are equally understood. Some periods are full of fossils and clues. Others are almost blank pages in Earth's history. One of the most mysterious and poorly studied times is called the Irvingtonian North American land mammal age. This period lasted from about 1.6 million years ago to roughly 250,000 years ago. It falls right in the middle of the Ice Age, when Earth was colder, glaciers covered large areas, and strange giant animals walked across North America. For a long time, scientists knew very little about this age. Fossils from this time were rare, scattered, and incomplete. Many questions had no answers. That is, until something incredible was found in the United States. In Florida, there is a river called the Steinhatchee River, flowing through the Big Bend region. Today, it looks calm and ordinary. But about 500,000 years ago, this river did not exist. Instead, there was a massive sinkhole. A sinkhole forms when water slowly dissolves rock underground, usually limestone. Over time, the ground above collapses, creating a deep pit. These pits can be extremely dangerous. Even today, sinkholes can appear suddenly and swallow cars or buildings. Back then, during the Ice Age, animals had no warning. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, Ice Age animals walked across the land. Some of them stepped onto weak ground without knowing what lay beneath. The soil collapsed, and they fell into the sinkhole. Once inside, there was no escape. Over time, the sinkhole became a natural trap. Animals fell in, one after another. Their bodies settled at the bottom. Sediment slowly covered them, layer by layer, sealing them away like a time capsule. Much later, water flowed through the area, forming the Steinhatchee River. The sinkhole filled up, hidden beneath dark, murky water. For thousands of years, no one knew what was down there. Then fossil collectors decided to explore the riverbed. They dove into the cold, cloudy water and reached the bottom. Visibility was poor. Suddenly, something caught their attention. Teeth. Horse teeth were sticking straight out of the sediment. For most people, that would be terrifying. But for fossil hunters, it was like striking gold. As they kept digging, they found more bones. A hoof, then part of a skull, and not just any skull, one that looked unfamiliar. At that moment, they realized this was no ordinary fossil site. Over time, scientists and divers carefully recovered more remains. The sediment inside the sinkhole had protected the bones extremely well. The river above had pressed everything down tightly, sealing the fossils in place for hundreds of thousands of years. What they found next stunned the scientific world. More than 500 fossils were recovered from this single site. These fossils belong to Ice Age animals, including ancient horses, giant sloths, massive armadillo-like creatures, and even a brand new species of tapir that had never been seen before. The fossils were sent to the Florida Museum of Natural History. Scientists studied them closely and confirmed their age. These animals lived during the Irvingtonian period, the mysterious Ice Age era scientists knew almost nothing about. Two discoveries stood out the most. The first was a giant armadillo-like animal, far larger than anything alive today. The second was the skull of an ancient tapir. Tapirs are pig-like mammals with short trunks, almost like tiny elephants. Today, they live in parts of South America and Asia. The tapir skull found in Florida belonged to a distant ancestor, and it may represent an entirely new species. This discovery helps scientists understand how animals migrated and evolved during the Ice Age. Most of the fossils found belong to early horses. These ancient horses are part of a group that eventually led to modern horses. Their teeth were so well preserved that scientists could see wear marks. These marks reveal what the horses ate, how they lived, and what the environment was like at the time. This kind of detail is extremely rare for fossils this old. But Florida wasn't the only place hiding ancient secrets. In the early 2000s, workers at a clay mine in southwest Georgia discovered bones while digging. They handed the remains to the Florida Museum of Natural History. The fossils were stored away for years. One day, a scientist was sorting through old collections when something caught his eye. A strange vertebra that didn't match anything known. He studied it again and again. Finally, he realized it belonged to an extinct species of giant lizard, similar to modern monitor lizards. These were powerful predators that lived millions of years ago. The bone was dated to about 15 to 17 million years old. It was proof that museum shelves can hide discoveries just as amazing as riverbeds and caves. Now let's end with something truly mind-blowing. Imagine a striped, amber-colored stone. It looks simple, almost boring, but it's not just a stone. It's called a stromatolite, and it is the oldest fossil on Earth. This fossil is about 3.4 billion years old. It represents one of the earliest forms of life ever to exist. Not animals, not plants, but tiny living layers formed by cyanobacteria. These single-celled organisms changed Earth forever. They help create oxygen in the atmosphere, making complex life possible. If we jump forward in time, we meet another ancient creature, the trilobite. Trilobites lived about 500 million years ago during the Cambrian period. They look like a mix between a bug, a crab, and something from outer space. They had hard shells, which is why their fossils are found all over the world. They could crawl, swim, burrow, and even curl into a ball for protection. Trilobites survived for hundreds of millions of years before disappearing during a massive extinction event that wiped out most life on Earth. From microscopic bacteria to Ice Age giants, fossils tell the story of our planet piece by piece. And sometimes the biggest discoveries are hiding in places no one ever thought to look. Discoveries like this remind us how much of Earth's history is still waiting to be uncovered. If you enjoyed learning about this shocking Ice Age discovery, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves science and history. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.